right, we back at it. Chuck Dizzle live and direct, homegrown. Keeping it homegrown as always, man. You know I got the homie in here, man. 2Eleven is back.
Yeah.
Leveling up international style, man.
Man, come on, we global.
Bro, you just got back from
all the way global.
You went on a nice little international situation, bro. Talk about where you went, what's been going on. You said you were jet lagged. What's been going on,
Yeah,
man?
I'm super jet lagged. So, man, we just needed a break from the land. You know what I'm saying? With the business I do.
Yeah.
It's like, man, me and my homie Doug, we like, man, let's go somewhere. I'm like, well, I want to go somewhere and like handle some business.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of good people I know, you know what I'm saying? I was in China and they like, man, come on, it's for the business too, you know. So we were able to hit the manufacturers, you know what I'm saying, that make the T-shirt, that print the T-shirt, that bag it up. You know, I had tried out like 2 or 3 factories out there, and you know, I ran with one of them. So and that was in Guangzhou, China. You know what I'm saying? We was out in Guangzhou. It's like out here to be like from downtown to Riverside. Guangzhou like Riverside. You know what I'm saying?
Also the distance.
The distance. You know what I'm saying? But we got there and Guangzhou probably like San Diego, because it was like an hour and 8 minutes on a speed train, on a fast bullet train. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been some miles, but we got there in an hour. Spent like 4 or 5 days up there handling business, doing a lot of shopping, you know, and just outsourcing the products.
Yeah, what's wild about this, man? That's what I want to kind of start off with, man, because you are. I call you a businessman. You know, a lot of people know you as not just a rapper, but I mean that was the entry point for a lot of people in this conversation, right? But how did that pivot come from you? How early was that for you to understand the importance of business while handling it in music and in entertainment, but then pivoting to the fashion and all the other hats that you wear?
I mean, the music is like a centerpiece to anything that's the culture. You know what I'm saying? So it started with the music. I had to be more mature to where I could really just be in one place, you know what I'm saying, like a sitting duck, you know what I'm saying? So I had to, you know, get everything off my jacket, you know what I'm saying, to really get to the business. So, I mean, clothing always been like an overhead. So we just turned the overhead into, you know what I'm saying, profit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And basically, like I said, the music, the centerpiece, I just tapped into my resources. You know, I done been to magic shows and all-star games and fashion shows, and everything is around the music. So I just use my music connections to tap into the clothing brands and the reps and the owners and all that. And then, you know, July marks 7 years for my store.
The Level Up store. I was going to ask you that because I know it's been over 5 years. I knew it was before the pandemic, but I didn't know the exact numbers.
Yeah, July 20th was marked us as 7 years.
Damn.
So in the midst of that, it's like I'm learning. I learned as you know, I had to learn as I go. So now it's, you know, after magic shows and you know, just other conventions, I'm like, man, let's go to let's cut all these people out the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He know him and he knows him, and let's cut all that out, cut all the middleman out, and I'll spend my $1,000 to go straight to the plug and tell him exactly what I want. Because out here, I oversee like 2 or 3 brands, and it's like, I feel like I got to settle for whatever's available.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And so let's cut all that, you know, availability out, and I'm going to go straight to the source and tell them what I want, how I want it to feel, how I want it to look, how I want it to be presented, the presentation, everything. And it's going to be 70% cheaper than what I'm going to pay here.
Damn, dude.
It's just like the little baby tariffs and the shipping I got to worry about, but that ain't nothing.
You know, I feel like the conversation, I mean, you've probably known about tariffs and all what that means and all that, but I feel like that's been the headline of the conversation
for the last few months. But right? I'm like, if y'all really check the news out and really just tap in, TikTok, like Google, they tell you everything right there. You can hear it. You know what I'm saying? So it was a tariff war, the tariff bid back and forth. You know, when it comes to China, we are the main buyers. America buys shit.
Consumes a lot.
They make shit.
Yeah.
You know, we can't curse on here.
Yeah, no, you can. Yeah.
They buy we buy shit, they make shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a back and forth war, and it was up like 275%. You know what I'm saying? So I remember in February I tried to get some samples, and that was like $675. And when I was ready to press go, the tariff shit popped off. man, that from 675, my shit was 2,800.
Get out of here.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, time out.
Yeah, hold up.
Then they put a pause on the tariffs, so I'm like, let's just go.
Yeah. So that was the reason for the trip.
But when the tariff shit happened, you know, TikTok unlocked. Really, China unlocked, because China is they got a dictator, so they tell them what they want to hear, what they want to see, and what they can see and what they can't see. They took the blindfolds off of everybody's face, like, look, check it out. This is this. We do this, and this. If they tripping like that, y'all come over here and get it.
Damn.
And then that's when Trump like, no, let's go time out on the tariffs.
We got to figure this out.
Yeah, let's clear. You know what I'm saying? And then they just, I forgot the percentage they make it, but it's just like a small 7 or 11% more than it was before all the you know, the controversy and shit.
But I mean, prior to the tariffs kind of skyrocketing the way they were, my point was that you already knew that, you know, going to the plug was still going to be a cheaper route than kind of doing things out here.
It's cheaper, but it's tedious. Like, even with me, I sell other brands. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I use that. Like, I got my own brand. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to me selling other people's brands, it's like I just settle for that. And then all my time is in these 40, 50 brands that I got in my store and online that I can't really focus on my stuff or the clients that I work, that I do, you know what I'm saying, projects for. So I'm like, let me just put some attention to this. Okay. And then I can really cut my client's price down, cut my price down. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm the middleman. Yeah, I'm the international middleman. I'm not just the middleman nigga down the street. Yeah. You feel me? I got the plug. I could put anything and everything together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just connecting the dots.
At what point, you know, since we're almost celebrating 7 years at a Level Up store, man, why was it important for you to do it home base versus going to Melrose or going to any other spot?
Yeah, that was that was basically the whole motive, was like, so we don't have to drive far. You know what I'm saying? If you like, so I'm from the west side of town. You know, on the west side of town, that's really the only place you can shop unless you go to Beverly Center or Melrose. Niggas don't even go to the mall no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if you on the west side, or if you in the city, period, it's only a few places to go to buy, you know, the type of clothes that, you know, people wear. The trendy, you know, fashion clothes, street fashion. And it's like Fox Hills Mall. From there, this is really nothing. Carson Mall. Right. And after that, before it was me, it was nothing. So then when I came, it's Level Up, it's Tilt, it's you know, Denim Exchange. A lot of people been came up since 2017, 2018. Soul on Ice. Over my boy Herman. So it's been spots. You know what I'm saying? It's spots that go up and go down. Yeah. Because people just, you know, it's a rough game.
What's been the challenges that you've had to face, you know, with starting the store up, you know, in the home city, you know what I mean, in Inglewood? Some of the challenges, and not just specific to Inglewood, but like some of the challenges that you face actually putting the store together.
The challenges was, man, look, where I came from and how I was getting my money, these challenges are a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's nothing. Like even the penalties, and, you know, so it was more learning than, I'm challenged every day. Yeah. With something new every day. I was just challenged how to, like, communicate with people, because I was really, like, before the store, I was unapproachable. You know, I was antisocial, you know. And
do you think that was more of a misconception, or just that was really the embodiment of
it was more of a misconception, but then, you know, I had people close to me like, bro, you
smile,
kind of like, it's like, smile, nigga, like, why you get at him, like, you curved him, and I wasn't doing it on purpose, right? Because I'm not that type of guy, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, I was just do it just because I'm just so used to it, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't never intentional. But when I got in the store, it was like, oh, I got to change my approach. You know what I'm saying? I got to change my personality. I got to smile, shake hands.
It's customer service,
kiss
too.
Babies. Yeah, it's customer service. So I had to, you know, be like that. Right. And then it was just a perfect time and a perfect timing, even in the city. Because, you know, like I say 10, 15 years ago, I couldn't be like that because it was too much going on. Yeah. It's too much activity in the land, and I was younger. Yeah. So I was still in the mix of what was going on. So now I'm older. I'm like, you know, I'm basically like, I'm retired, you know what I'm saying? From that part, I'm just all business.
Why does that's a common theme that I always hear with people, man, is that age kind of like brings that on, right? And I always try to ask people like that come from your position of like, now that you kind of like you've gained a little wisdom with that. Yeah. Is there anything that you could tell the youth coming up to kind of like curve them or make them learn that a little earlier, or is it just like you just gotta live in your learn?
They gotta live. They gotta bump their head.
Got it.
Feel me? I had to bump my head. I was always what saved me out here was I could always leave. So I always had a whole operation set up in Vegas, New York, Atlanta.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Portland. I've been everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what saved me. But if I ain't had nowhere to go, I would have just been in here. I would have been another victim, you feel me? County jail or Inglewood cemetery. Right, you know what I'm saying? So me leaving, going to chase some money or you know, I was signed in Atlanta. Yeah. So me having to go back and record back and forth, it kind of kept me out of, you know what I'm saying? Because every time I leave, I come back. It's 8 niggas went to jail and 2 homies dead. You feel me? Be like, oh, okay, I hang out with a minute, leave, come back. It's the same. Leave, come back. It's the same. You know what I'm saying? As the years went by, it's a lot of people that ain't here, and I kind of slipped through the cracks because I had options. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, one thing that I was listening to your project, and what's crazy, we even got to the music side of you. I just wanted to pick your brain business-wise because I think that's one of the things that we got to tip our hats off. Like, I think out here specifically, we see you so much where we don't really pay attention to, like, who you really are. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think it's important that we kind of like highlight that because it's like I think experiencing somebody like yourself that has something in the city like this, and that's accessible that we have kind of seen throughout the years kind of transform his life. Yeah. It's like we kind of take it for granted because we see you all the time, but it's like if you really pay attention to the story, it's an amazing story to kind of like highlight and document. You know what I mean? We haven't even talked about the music side, but I wanted to talk about that. But on your project, Profit and Loss, which is out right now, one of your latest projects that you got, you mentioned something that I hadn't heard, and maybe I just wasn't privy to the information. I think you mentioned in the interview as well, but that you interned for Def Jam.
Oh, yeah. I did that at 18.
At 18?
Yeah, 17 going on 18.
Talk about that process and wanting to do that, and where were you at?
I didn't want to do that. That was an accident.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, okay, I was just in a whole bunch of shit out here, and I had to leave L.A., right? Uh-huh. So I got on the Greyhound and went out there, and I call him my uncle, but it's really my aunt's boyfriend from since when I was born. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And he went to jail. They broke up. She remarried, whatever.
He's still Unc. So it's
he's still Unc to me. You know what I'm saying? So I get out there. I stay with her. I meet up with him. You know what I'm saying? I end up going to stay with him. But he ended up, when I met him, see, I always knew who Hype Williams was because they lived across the street from each other in Jersey when I was young. It was just like 94, 95. Like he worked on Belly, he worked on all the videos. Like he was like the key grip or assistant. He was like basically Hype assistant. But when he go to jail, he get out.
This is your uncle.
This is my uncle.
Got you.
So I guess Hype. Long story short, him and Hype got business partners, and he started managing Vita, which Vita was signed to Murder Inc., but she was signed to Hype Williams. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But my uncle was her manager for the management team. Wow. So we go to Def Jam to pick up a check for them. And I'm just waiting in the car, and I just happen to just go upstairs like, nigga, you got me in the car. And and it's like coming up in the radio station, and you can't get behind these doors. You see how you at the buzz? So I don't know where he at. I just know I'm on 27th floor. Right. I'm looking for Unc. I get behind the doors, and I meet Mike Kaiser assistant, Stephanie. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And she like, when I talk, it's like you from L.A. I'm from California. She like, I'm from California. I'm from the Bay. Well, we get to talking. What you gonna do with your life? Shit, I don't know. I'm Job Corps, I guess. She like, nigga, I'm finna get you a job. Walk me down the hallway to fucking the vice president of promotions. Not just Def Jam, but Island Records as a whole. You know what I'm saying? They give me a job on the spot. But it was like, you're going to be an intern. I don't even know what intern was. I'm like, hey, Stephanie, what's an intern? That mean you don't get no money. I'm like, shit, fuck it. I get to be up in here, free food, and all these pretty women walking around. Like, it's up. Yeah. Feel me?
It's way better than Job Corps.
The label back then, that shit was like a party. Yeah. Like, I'll be at work on time. Like, what's going to happen today? Who I'm finna see today? I remember I was in there one day, and I was gone from L.A. so long, bro. And I hit the corner one day. I see some niggas with blue chucks, blue strings, blue khaki suit. I turn around, they turn around, it's Dub C and Crazy Tunes, rest in peace. I'm like, oh, blood was bracking. They look at me like, cuz, who is you? I'm like, oh, shit. I've been out here, bro. Woo, woo. And Dub, like, walk off, Crazy Tunes, like, you know what I'm saying? He, like, you know, holler at me real quick, and he get on and shit. But I was so just hyped to see some niggas, them niggas in there. It was just so funny how they looked at me like, who this little ass nigga? What's up with you, cuz? And I'm like, oh, damn, did that shit just come out like that? I'm like, no, I'm from Inglewood. Woo, woo, right? So, yeah, I was there for like 17 months. And then I wasn't rapping, though.
I was going to say this was before the
I wasn't
music.
a rapper. This way before music. I ain't started rapping until I was like 23. You know what I'm saying? So I met a producer, like a big boy producer. Like he was big time. He just happened to live down the street from where I was staying at. And I met him because my uncle used to try to get beats from him. And he'd get beats for Vita for her. You know what I'm saying? And one day I ended up moving over here. And I'm like, man, that nigga, that's the same house. I knocked on this nigga door for a week. He ain't never home. So like it was just a coincidence that I working on 49th and 8th Ave at Def Jam. He like, hey, come to the studio. We on 44th and 8th Ave. This was, you remember when they shot Making the Band in that big red building? See, they was on the 4th floor. My boy was on the 5th floor.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm going, and it was Daddy's house, puffing shit, right? We in there every night, and I learned how to rap just off of that shit, like how to write the songs. Like, shit took forever.
Structuring bars and all that.
Then being there, you know, if you in New York, you can't, and you live across the water, after 2 o'clock, ain't no getting across the water, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is, but it's rough. You know what I'm saying? So we'll leave the studio and I go to the club with these grown ass niggas till 3, 4 in the morning, and then he'll bring me back home, and I got to get right back up and get on the train to go to work
for your internship
in the morning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I end up losing the job at Def Jam.
Because you was showing up late and just...
I showing up late all the time, and they gave me like, bro, if you late one more time, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to let you go. Damn. But these were some cool ass white boys though. Even when they fired me, they gave me like 5 checks in advance. And nigga, I had like 2 more weeks until Christmas vacation. They was finna transfer me to the LA. They knew I was homesick.
Hitting me.
And they was finna transfer me, and I was gonna have a full position, a cubicle and all, on Sunset at LA Def Jam, at the Def Jam in LA. And I blew it.
You had to party with the niggas that was in town.
And I had to go to the strip club that night. But I ain't had no choice, though, because I was stuck in the city. You were stuck in the city,
But I mean, but you can't tell them that. It's like, hey, man, I was stuck. Nah, you can't tell them that.
But I wanted to come back to the set so much. I don't give a fuck about being fired. I'm finna hit the block. Feel me? I'm back at the park.
Being in that experience, like, that didn't not gonna say shake you, but get you to the point where, like, planted that seed of like, okay, man, this is what I want to do. Let me straighten my shit up and figure it out when I got back home.
Nah, because that ain't what I want to do. I ain't want to be no fucking secretary, pushing papers and shit and doing all that. But I'm saying,
but that was the entry point to maybe something else you wanted to do, like even hanging out.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a gangbanger.
Really?
That's what I wanted to do. I didn't give a fuck about Def Jam.
Ain't no internship for that.
Fuck about that job. Yeah. I ain't really care about no money like that. If I could get a little bit of money to fund my gang activities, then I was straight. But, bro, I'm 18.
Right.
You feel me? 19 now. I'm back in L.A. I'm 19. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? I'm in the set every day. You feel me, doing this and I went and got a job. I done worked at every part of the damn airport. But I was still in the streets doing my little 1-2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just caught a Vegas wave. I just caught a wave in Vegas, and I got up out of there about like I was 20. And then I'll start covering Vegas. That's when I started meeting niggas. Though. Yeah, Vegas opened it up to where it was like, oh, you from the Bay?
Yeah,
there's niggas from Portland. That's niggas like us. It's San Diego, nigga. Right. What you mean? Y'all like that? Yeah. Oh, okay, because I ain't know shit.
Yeah,
I just knew my little area.
So you getting out kind of exposed you to different areas, and that also made you want to travel to different other regions as well?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
Because that's the one thing you hear, like a lot of people don't want to leave their section. They never want to leave.
Yeah, because they don't know what they going to go see. I didn't. Like, even with this last China trip, I didn't know what was going on, but I done been on missions so much, on out-of-town missions, out-of-state, out the country solo.
Yeah.
Or with a homie or something like that, and they got to figure it out. You feel me? And it's fun figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like, on this last trip, bro, when we landed in Hong Kong, like, they use Visa. A lot of people speak English, blah, blah, blah. But you need a visa to go across to mainland China. Like Hong Kong is China, but the British owned that shit for I don't know how long. They just gave it back to them in 1999. So it's colonized, or however you say it, a little bit. Yeah. And you cross that water, nigga, the money don't matter. You don't matter. We was invisible for 5 days. Niggas was like, there ain't no girls talking to us. No, none of that. The money don't work. The phone don't work. Uber, ain't no such thing as Uber. Ain't no PayPal, no Cash App, no Zelle, no nothing means nothing.
But fast forward, you trying to figure it out. That's the rush.
Man, it took us an hour to figure that shit out in the train station trying to get back to our hotel. And we figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Even to get back to Hong Kong to fly out, because that weekend we went to the Philippines. Damn. The Philippines was smooth though because they, like a lot of people speak English. They love the culture. But China, they just like, nigga, whatever. They won't even tell you nigga whatever. They just keep walking.
I was going to say that's got to be some kind of a culture shock kind of dealing with that.
Because when you look at the people in the swap meet, how many cool motherfuckers was in the swap
Right.
You know, the vendors was in the swap meet. They like, hurry up and buy it. Yeah. I mean, I can't say they don't like us because that's just the way they is. I won't never say they like racist or, you know what I'm saying, that's just how they is. They just some rude motherfuckers. But they don't even know they wrong or nothing. That's how they move.
That's so funny. When I heard about, going back to the intern story, I thought that was the entry point into you getting the deal with CTE. I thought that was the entry point for that. I thought once you got the internship.
That was like a, so if that was 02.
Well, you said you started rapping at 23, so it had to be 4 or 5 years.
I ain't get over there until 06. You know what I'm saying?
But what was it utilizing the relationships that you had prior?
Nah,
or this is all
the way I got over there was some street shit from LA. My partner from the east side put me up on that. My Crip homie from the east side, like, man, I'm out here and I'm moving with these niggas and these niggas. Check it out. If you still doing that rap shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I should be just flowing at the park or in the spots, you know what I'm saying, while niggas is doing what they want to, you know what I'm saying? And he like, man, if you really record some shit, you could be. And I started recording some shit. I really started hanging out with like Corrupt and Roscoe and Tone. And remember they had YA? Yeah. So they was really put the battery in my back like, bro, shit, you got all the tools, nigga. You car, jewelry, clothes, nigga. You
got the kit.
You got the rapper's kit. Nigga. You just rap, just do it like this. And going to the studios like that in Vegas and in LA, this when even when Death Row was popping, you know what I'm saying? So when they had Eastwood and all them, I used to be sitting there like, damn, I could do that shit too. Yeah. So that was a lot of inspiration for me. And then I went to Death Row before I went to, I was with Suge before I went to Jeezy.
Get out of here.
So I was artist development with Suge for like a year. I was like the whole 2005. And then the end of 05 and 06, I was hanging with Jeezy and them, and then I ended up getting a record deal through them.
So what lessons did you learn? Well, I got two questions. One, did you ever see Dub C again in Crazy Tunes and let him know, yo, I was that intern that ran into you?
I seen Crazy Tunes.
Word.
I don't think I seen Dub like that, like not on a personal note, probably just in passing. But funny thing is, I'm at, I don't know, was it a Terrence Martin video or a Western Union video? One of them with Damani. I just know Damani and Bad Luck was there, and Superfly and Crazy Tunes was in there. I get to chopping up with Crazy Tunes, and I tell him, hey, you don't, he kind of didn't even remember. I'm like, oh, well, take my CD. You feel me? I'm from Wooty Wooty Whoop, and this is what I'm on.
Yeah.
And nigga called me. That's when you print up the CDs. You had your number on the back.
Yeah.
And nigga called me.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, homie? Hey, check it out. This shit hard. Hey, come over here, pull up on me. So I'm like, all right. It was me and my homie Don P. And we had I had a Magnum. I had a black and red Magnum Hemi, right? So he like me. This on like 108 or something like that. We had auntie house and mom's house, and I'm like, all right. I'm thinking this some low key shit. He just gonna pull up. We pull up all them niggas on the block. I'm like, call it, bro. Is this the right spot?
Right.
You feel me?
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
So now I'm pulling up. We jumping out like we looking like some members. These niggas for show members. Niggas own us. Cuz who is like, oh, damn. Said Crazy Tunes come out the driveway. Nah, nigga, this my young. He extra too. This my young homie from Inglewood. Ooh, I'm like, bro,
hey, man,
chill. You feel me? I'm with you. It's good.
I'm the young homie. Like,
and we sat there, chopped it up, ate some barbecue. And we got on, and I ain't really get to see him after that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he was one of the coolest niggas I ever met. Like an OG LA from day one type, you know what I'm saying? Late 80s, early 90s. Sure. He was a G, and he was really outside on some real nigga shit. Called the number on the back of my CD. That's nigga, like, pull up, fool. Man. I'm in the hood. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this nigga on some shit.
That's fire that he tapped in with you. But I was gonna ask you your experience with Suge Knight. What lessons did you take from that you were able, or him and Death Row, that you were able to kind of implement when you did end up getting signed to CTE?
It was a lot of hanging out. No, I was artist development, so I did learn how to record. Mm-hmm. You know, that was my first time in like big boy studios. You know, like we in big boy shit. Yeah. I'm like, this shit crazy. Just learning how to rap.
Gotcha.
You know, it took me a minute, it taught me to get up and go. Just how I came here, I forgot I'm supposed to be here. Right. We turning the wheel around. Now we finna slide to the, you feel me, fuck with the homie. Yeah. But that's how it was with Suge. I'll be on vacation. Mm-hmm. Nigga call me like, hey, bro, we come to the studio. I'm like, hold on, who you talking to, nigga? Like, you feel me? Nah, nigga, come to the studio. We trying to work. I'm like, all right. Well, and the nigga flew me. He like, pay for everything. I'm going to cash you out. And I flew from Lake Tahoe, from Reno, to LA, stayed here for like 2 days, you know what I'm saying? And he cashed me out at the end. Like, yeah, gave me like triple of what I spent. Like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Keep recording. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I flew back out. But I never got none of that music, though.
Damn, so it's still Death Row somewhere.
Yeah, shit, I hope so, because I got a Tupac song up in there.
You gotta be shitting
I swear to God, that nigga pulled up a Tupac song. You feel
got
me?
A Tupac verse.
I got a Tupac verse. I'm on it too with Tupac got a verse of mine. Let's put it like that. You feel me?
Here,
he pulled up some unreleased Tupac shit and was like, you gonna get on that? I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, what you mean? But I can't rap.
Right, you think I'm not?
barely rap though.
Yeah.
So it's like, hell yeah, we pulled it up. I'm in there like 6 hours. And yeah, I got that verse out.
So there's somewhere right now there's
it's a 2Eleven and Tupac at 2Eleven verse.
That is wild.
You know what I'm saying? Suge from the pen, nigga, unreleased them shits. Let me get that right now. We go half on it.
Yo, so how do you balance between, because it sounds like you got a lot going on with the business, right? With the Level Up store, got your brands. How do you still have time to maintain the music? Is the music still an intricate part to kind of navigate all these other spaces? How do you balance both worlds?
Man, it should be crucial though. It'd be like, I just got a time management. Like I look at it like, bam, let's go 10 to 5. I'm all clothing. I'm thinking all clothing, I might have some ideas, either write it on my whiteboard or put it in my notes on some rap shit.
Yeah.
And as soon as 5 o'clock hit, it's like, bam, I'm a rapper now. Where the studio at? I'm going to go home and write. I got the whole setup at the house, you know what I'm saying, where the producer's at, where my engineer at, come mix. So it's like, you got 24 hours in a day. I should only sleep like 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? And then so that leaves me with 18 hours to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No layup time. I ain't got no wife and kids and no none of that shit. So it's just all work. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, so it's impressive, because I can imagine how much time it takes to do all of the above, right? But the fact that you're like disciplined about your shit, like understanding like, no, okay, 5 o'clock hit, I'm rapper mode, and this is what we doing. And I'm just, because I was looking at the catalog, man, and I'm sure there's probably stuff that's not even on here, but in the last 10 years, or the last 4 or 5 years, you got 10 projects.
Oh, damn,
you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. You got 10 projects, 3 of them or 4 of them with TF. Yeah. I want to talk about that too, man. We're going to get another Scandalous Levels. But the fact that you're able to kind of like navigate that, but then still the business is still booming and growing, and, you know, things are happening with the Level Up store. Being able to balance both things, man, you just alluded to it, man. Time management is important in figuring that out. Has that been something that you've always kind of, an attribute that you've always had, or did you have to learn on the spot? Nope.
I was getting free money coming up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like free money. So it was like, all right. It was a time where I quit hella times, but like I quit like twice. You know what I'm saying?
When you say quit, what do you mean?
It mean like, man, I ain't rapping no more. Like this shit is like, I'm not seeing no profit. It's just stopped working for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It took like like Rucci and them to be like, nigga, you better get back this early Rucci.
Yeah.
You feel me? Man, you better get back. Whoop, nigga, we started off of your shit. Other people around the city. Yeah. I remember I was in rehab one day, and summer, in rehab in Vegas, and niggas stopped me. I remember like Meek Mill, YG, all these niggas on stage, and I'm walking through. Nigga like, hey, nigga, I'm a super fan. You like a Compton nigga or something like that. Hey, nigga, I'm a fan, nigga. I fuck with your shit, nigga. Why you ain't been, nigga, I ain't heard shit from you in like 2 years. Like a year and a half, 2 years. I'm like, nigga, fuck that rap shit. Damn. He like, psh. No, he was like, nigga, you supposed to be on stage with them niggas. I'm like, fuck that rap shit. He like, oh yeah, psh, all of a sudden, nigga, you better stop acting woo, like fake check me about my own music, a random nigga in rehab. You feel me? I'm like, damn, it wasn't nowhere I could trip and be like, nigga, you getting on me about my own shit.
Right,
so
right.
It couldn't have been like, nigga, who you talking to?
Right.
And it was like, me and the homies was like, psh,
he right.
Yeah, that nigga right. Come on, let's keep belling through the party, but that nigga right.
Yeah.
And then I remember I left out of rehab, like, I got this. That nigga said, I don't know who that nigga was. That's that nigga crazy. Checked me though. Like, you feel me? And ever since then, I'm like, oh, I gotta get on it. But then, like, I put a couple projects out and I'm like, damn, the music I'm doing is like, now I'm older. Mm-hmm. Now I'm still sounding like these young niggas though. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it's making sense, but it's not making sense. And that's when I got introduced to TF and Doe. Yeah. And Jay Worthy was already my boy, but when he was on, he was already, his mind was somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't really, like understand what he was on until like 2018. I'm like, oh, I see what you doing. Oh, I think I met Cardo. And I'm like, damn, that nigga can make them type of thing. He do that, and that too. Oh, okay. Then I start seeing Alchemist. Then I'm around Freddie Gibbs and I'm seeing like the type of his beat selection. You saying the same shit I'm saying, bro. Well, what's the difference? It's the beat selection.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. So then me and just TF just start linking up. I had a studio downtown, and he'll come every day, and we'll just make songs and songs. It went from, do this song for me, do a feature for me. It went from doing that feature in that one day to doing 2 more songs that day. Wow. Come back the next day and do a song a day. The 8th day, pandemic hit. We like, fuck it. I'm gonna use this for my pandemic project and let's start some crazy shit. Scandalous levels, level up store, everything scandalous. We like, bam. I said every day we did 1 or 2 songs, and that was like 2 weeks. Bam, pick 9 songs. Boom.
That's it.
Do our little promo, shoot videos for 2-3 months. Mm-hmm. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's do another one. Get back in there. Boom, 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 boom. 2 weeks. I'm like, damn, I ain't never worked with a nigga, and we just, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Bam, next thing you know, 2 out. He put a solo out. I put a solo out. Hey, let's do it 3. Let's do it 3, nigga.
Now you want to challenge each other. Yeah.
That shit get put out. Video shot, promo. Let's do a 4. You feel me? Let's do a 4, nigga. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. That shit is just easy like that with me and him and shit. And when it got to 4, I seen what it did for him, but it started opening my, you know what I'm saying, like my range up. Mm-hmm. And then there's certain people tapping in and they seeing like just different type of potential that you couldn't hear on all those repetitive beats. Right. Talking this and talking that. It was like I could flip flop and do any subject I want on these. Now that I'm start liking it, I like drumless shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With just loops and, just different little shit like sound, that. Soulful sounds. Mm-hmm. Or, just loop with no drums. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. And shit, it just opened up a different, you know what I'm saying, world for me.
Was it hard to adapt to that type of style at first?
Nah, because I always did it, but it always go over niggas' head. Like I always have one song like that on the project. Gotcha, you know what I'm saying? And it'll go over niggas' heads because I got all this
other
repetitive
shit on there,
and then you can't even hear the music because all it is beats. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when you take the beats out and just keep the melodies in there and a nigga can hear you talk and you saying some fly smooth shit that's just jumping off the walls and the ceiling, you like, oh shit, that nigga cold. It make you even colder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it make you even colder, like Tyler. Yeah. Niggas wasn't paying attention, but Tyler on the clips, nah, you sounding like that nigga. Right, Tyler will push a T, it make niggas like me like, oh, that nigga popping that
on,
nigga can talk that shit. You feel me? Yeah. Opposed to everything else is kind of like over my head. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is like, oh yeah, that nigga dope. I didn't know he was like that.
Right. Yeah. Damn, no, that's wild that you were able to kind of like pick up on that early. Or I wouldn't even say that's early, but that you were able to pick up on that, and that kind of gave you like rejuvenated the career, so to speak.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And then in this genre, or underground, ain't really no age bracket.
Right.
When you doing trend music, it seemed like, oh, that nigga 35. Nigga, you an old nigga. That nigga too old to be. Even the bitches to say that. Why you old? You rapping. You 35. You 37. You 38. Like, bitch, shut up. I mean, fuck is you talking about? My rap check more than your whole salary. Yeah. Fuck is you talking about? So with this, it's like ain't no age bracket.
So let me ask you this, because there's two things that I hear from you, right? It's the sonically challenging yourself to do something different, but at the same time, consistently putting out that product.
Yeah.
What do you think is more important that you've seen that's more important for you? Is the consistency, or is it the fact to open yourself up to a different sound? Let's just say you open yourself up to a different sound, but you weren't dropping as much. Do you think it would have been still as effective? Or dropping more music, but maybe not changing the sound up? What do you think is like more effective?
I think more effective, always dropping. Mm-hmm. But it put me, if I would have kept dropping the same music, it would have I just have been
still
lost in the sauce.
Still keep going over people's heads.
Been lost in the sauce. Like, it's another, like, I don't want to name no names, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's some rappers out here that's my age that's still doing young nigga shit. Mm-hmm. Like, and we looking, and it's like, bro, like, when you gonna change? Because nigga, you ain't out here doing all that shit. You feel me?
What's so funny is that
40 years old, and you not sliding on the ops every night, and you not, nigga, you trying to go home to your kids, bro. So don't lie on these raps. You know what I'm saying? Even in my shit, I ain't saying shit I'm doing. I say shit I did, but not necessarily I did, but I'm referring to past tense if it's any type of active shit. Like, nah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? that was back in the day.
How do you evolve in age? Because usually with this type of conversations, you hear people, oh man, once I got kids, once I got married, it kind of opened me up to a different life. Like you ain't got no kids, you're not married, but you still have been able to kind of evolve and realize like, yo, I'm maturing. Like, what do you tap into that makes you say?
I seen other people. I seen a big change in Nipsey.
Yeah.
Like, I seen a huge change. I seen a huge demographical change to where on my side, nigga, you can't come over here with no Crenshaw shirt on. Nigga, you can't come over here, nigga, playing that shit. You can't even refer to them where them niggas finna get on you. It was that serious. But when he changed from coming straight off of Slauson to nigga Marathon, and he changed his, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, I mean, if niggas in LA like know what's going on, so it's like, when it's just hard to explain, but you grow up to be like, oh yeah, them niggas, we don't fuck with them niggas. And it was different with me because I got a different alliance. I'm in the rap game, so it's like everybody cool. We put the gang shit to the side, but me watching, me inside looking out and see how people maneuver and react to certain shit. It's like, damn, I'm in that box too. They talk about me like that over there, and they probably do. Now, I'm just not saying over there, but anywhere that don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and they probably think of me like that. And then when I seen the how everything evolved in the elevation, and a few years later, niggas sliding through playing that shit like homies, like hey, like this nigga talking that shit, like this nigga woo. And then when you tap into, his background, his life, you see he was on a different, he was light years ahead of niggas mentally, you know what I'm saying, on just enterprising and shit like that. So I definitely seen the change into that, and it was like, shit, I wouldn't be mind looked at like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I took a page out of a lot of niggas' books, like a chapter out of a lot of niggas' books that's not even famous. That's just street niggas. And it's just like, oh, okay, I see what they doing. I know niggas that do hella shit for the community. Ex-gang members, ex-dope dealers, you feel me? Ex-rich niggas that's just like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, the give backs and just the nonprofits and you know what I'm saying? But it's the elevation and it's the mature, you get mature. Nigga, you can't be doing the same shit when you was 20 and early 30s and nigga 45 and 42 and 50 still on the same shit. It look crazy.
Shit. I mean, in a bigger conversation, I know it's completely different, but that's kind of like what people, people's critique of Drake is the same thing, right? Yeah. It's like, it may not be on the street shit. It's like, bro, when is certain things? When is the conversation going to change? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I hear what you're saying. Like there has to be some type of evolution. You know what I'm saying? You got to evolve somehow. One thing about Nipsey, man, that I saw it in an interview a while back. I want to get your take on it because it was a young Nipsey where he was giving props to you.
Yeah.
And talking about how he was listening to your mixtape at the time, and this is early 211. Yeah. Talk about you guys' relationship. And what partnerships, what formed after that, or you know what I mean, like you guys' relationship coming up, at the same time, and you seeing that, you being inspired, him being inspired by you.
Yeah. So the one I had just posted I'd never seen that before, and I remember when I posted that I was riding down King, and I'm like, and just like a random nigga just sent that to me, like, bro, you ever seen this? I'm like, hell,
you ain't seen that one?
Nah, never. I seen the one where he like, I got 211 mixtape in here, I got K-Boy mixtape in here, Rocket shit. I seen that hella time, but I never seen when he broke it down like, damn, I fuck with 211 shit, and I want to work with him. For politic reasons. Exactly. And he broke it down like why he want to and why it'd be good. And I'm sitting there like, damn.
Right.
And this is early. Right. So I'm trying to look and see, damn, what year was this? Yeah. Like, was it 2009 or something?
It looked like 2009.
And I never seen, I remember, but again, it go back to being standoffish and antisocial.
Yeah.
And I was probably insecure, like, man, them niggas don't fuck with me like that over there. But they did, and it was always certain shit that was like, them niggas do fuck with you.
Right.
But I was just so immature and like just had the ignorant mind still in the back of my head, like, nigga, we gotta do our shit. You feel me? Like, but it wasn't like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was that every time I seen bro, he was embracing, like, nigga, we finna. And I remember one day my manager at the time, like, nigga, we leaving somewhere. He like, nigga, you always curving niggas, you antisocial, bro. You gotta stop that. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, work the room and woo. You gotta fuck with these rapper niggas. And this the same time. He like, nigga, you don't even be tapping in with Nipsey, nigga. This nigga be mentioning you on the woo. I'm like, nigga, them niggas don't fuck with me. Wow. He like, bro, call that nigga right now. I'm like, he ain't finna answer my shit, nigga. Man, just call him. I'm in the passenger seat, right? So I call him on speakerphone. Nigga, answer the phone. I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, what's the deal with niggas on tonight? Nigga, we over here with Who Kid, Snoop Dogg, Problem, nigga, Corrupt, everybody over here. Matter of fact, 2Eleven, where you, nigga, come right here for send the address. Come right now. Wow. So then I'm like, all right, send the address. I look over to my boy J-Dub. He like, see, nigga, I told you, nigga. Told you, nigga, you be on some bullshit. Yeah. We pulled up. Nigga hollered at Dog, you feel me? We was in there, Nipsey, Cobby, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was in there, Problem, Daz and all them. Who Kid, I remember I linked up with Who Kid and he did my mixtape. I got a mixtape with him off of just coming through there just like that. Just by pulling up. Just by pulling up, fucking around, and everybody showing a nigga love. He like, oh, you one of them too, huh? I'm like, yeah. Damn. And me and Who Kid locked in. I'm still cool with the nigga today, you know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of shit that I wasn't.
But I'm saying that right there, that conversation, that didn't spark something to say, okay, well, let's work now. Let's take this to the next level.
It did.
What you mean?
I mean, it did, but it was like, I don't know. I don't know why it was like, come on, let's do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's.
I would think that would be the entry point right there to be like,
yeah.
Oh, damn, he picked up. He fucked with me. He invited me to this thing. All right, you know, people say they fuck with you and they got relationships or whatever, but the fact that he embraced you at that time, it's like, I would think, why not just throw that loud and be like, hey, let's do something. What you on? What you got? What you working on at the time?
I feel like just to kill the excuses, it was my fault.
Got you.
It was my fault. I was still ignorant. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we from over here. Yeah. You feel me?
But I mean, that's accountability, bro.
And then that's not like it's personal or it's personal to anybody that's in that room. It's fucked up because, nigga, I was raised like this.
Right.
Like, so that's like you putting your shoes on. Mm-hmm. And then you got to unlearn how to put your shoes on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's second nature to be like, fuck them niggas, and then fuck them niggas, and
or
fuck them niggas.
Or
be cautious, or nigga, nah, is this a setup? Or, all that, because nigga, since I was 11 years old, it's like anything from the other side, they not fucking, and the stories I done heard from niggas older than me, it's like, so that's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
And it really was, he was just on a different type of time. Like I just say, he was light years ahead of niggas, you know what I'm saying, mentally. So he knew what he was doing. Even that clip that I posted, he like, nigga, for political reasons. And I was surprised so much. And on another note, I was thinking what niggas gonna think, or what another nigga gonna think about me, or what they gonna say, or how, you know what I'm saying? Ignorance, you know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying?
What's so wild to hear that story is it kind of like, it makes more sense, because another thing I want to give you credit on, and it's kind of like the wave of artists that's from out here as well. Like, there's always this thing that we don't work together, right? But when I seen, shouts out to G Perico, who had that pop up over at
Next Table.
Yeah, I'm messing the name up.
I'm fucking it up too.
But
Only Table.
Yeah. If we'll figure it out. Either way, he has a collab where it was the media tacos, whatever. It was a huge collab that he had with them. But you were there, right? Supporting G. And I seen you working the merch. People coming in buying shit. Like, all right, for sure, I got you. What you want, large? All right, boom, boom, boom. And what I loved about that is that you wasn't too big for the program, right?
Nah.
That's your homie. You showing love, but from the optics, it's showing it like, damn, it's from out here to really fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? So what I hear from you is learning from what you missed out on.
Nah, for sure I do.
And now you doubling back, not only with G Perico, but with other artists as well. But I love seeing that. And that's one thing that I always credit you on, because you know how to not only rub shoulders, but you know how to support and not be too big for the program and be willing to help out.
I wear any hat long as we can get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. Hey, we need a nigga to catch the bags. We need a nigga to take the bags. Shit, I take it. You finna pay for that? Nigga, I do that shit for free. Nigga, we finna go to the show. Oh, you need this? I'm finna go pick that up. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't have no ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this gonna get us to the next level, I'm like a lot of niggas would be like, hey, can you take this picture for us or something? Like, yeah, give me your phone. Or they'd be like, nah, he ain't gonna take it. I'm like, I got the phone.
That's another thing I seen you taking pictures with fans, taking pictures.
And I'm taking the pictures for them. I take them, man, take them. You know,
and it's every table. My bad.
Yeah, every table.
Salute to G Perico, man. But I see. It makes sense now, because that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you. I was like, that's dope that you did that, but now it makes sense. It's like missing out on that opportunity with Nip, I assume was like, I'm not going to let nothing like this slide, especially if I'm cool with a nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and now I don't care where a nigga from. Like, I don't that's not really an issue or a priority, even on the introduction. Like, I don't be like, I'm Wooty Woo from Wooty Woo. If a nigga tell me that, I'll be like, oh, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, where the money at? Let's get some money. How can we benefit out of this introduction? You know what I'm saying?
I want to talk about Level Up again before we close things out, because I just want to get into this mindset, because I know there had to be, like, you can tell me, were there any challenges from the city trying to actually set this up in the city, maybe knowing the history, or the people police. Knowing it and doing their research and figuring out who 2Eleven is, like, and now you want to have your store over here. What kind of pushbacks did you get from them?
The police,
really,
the gang unit coming through, and they was actually just annoying at first, and then they end up giving me some game that set in. Like, I remember the last straw, they just pulled up. We was there watching Final Four. And they pulled up 2 cars deep with their lights on, flashing. I'm like, what, nigga? I ain't scared of you niggas. I walked out, flashed on their ass, went crazy. And one of the gang units like, hey, bro, come on, 2Eleven. If you say you doing this is what you doing, and you got to show us, because all we see is YouTube and rap songs.
Damn.
We know you that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like the niggas over there by, in SoFi, they did a gang sweep. You know what I'm saying, over there. Like, you don't want to be like them, you know what I'm saying? Because SoFi, they came and got all them niggas just for being in the way, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like them. So I'm like, I definitely don't. They like, man, show that you are going to be a pillar to the community. Start going to city council meetings. And whoop. He told me what day, where it's at. He said, show us that. We won't never come back to this shit.
Wow.
I'm like, all right. So I do that. Then I start doing the backpack giveaways.
Gotcha.
I did a backpack giveaway and a toy drive all within 4 months. Brought the whole city out. Shit went crazy. Man, I ain't been back since. We just did the sixth annual toy drive.
Wow.
You know, with Paul Pearson, a couple other people who came through there. And they ain't been since. So that was one challenge that got swept, that got cleaned up real quick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire. Now, okay, so music wise, are you working on anything else? What's
I got
the pipeline?
I got an EP dropping. I got an EP dropping next week called Time Zones.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Real quick. And I got a couple other projects. That'll probably be like 2 projects this year, so I'm going for 6. So, I'm working with a couple producers, shout out Low the Great. Yeah. The homie Chase the Money, you know what I'm saying? And we need that Scandalous Level 5.
Man, I was going to say, is that down the pipeline as well?
We're trying to get it going.
So I know you did the project with Python. Entire project with Python right before this. Proof of Concept, yeah. Right.
Do
you prefer locking in with producers and doing a whole project?
It's hard though, because some producers will run out of beats.
Damn.
You feel me? Like
hey, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. It's like I can't run out of raps.
Yeah.
I can, but I won't. But I feel the producers, because it'd be a move, because I won't run out of raps, but it'd be like, I'm not in rap mood right now. And you know what I'm saying? But I still work on the beats. But some producers, not saying it's Python,
right.
But I'm just saying some producers, it's hard to lock in with one producer and get it all done, because I'm so technical. I'm so, I'm specific about beats and mixes.
Got you.
I want what I want for how I want it to sound. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have like a rundown when you work with somebody saying, I want it to sound like this, or this, or do you prefer them just to play you what they got and you'll hear it and say, oh, I know this
play
is what
it to me, play it for me, or make it for me on the spot? I fuck with Python, because Python can read me, like, you know what I'm saying? He could just play shit, and then with Python, I take all his beats apart. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll play some shit, like, take that, and that out. He like, bro, it's just let's do that. Then.
Let's do that.
You feel me? Yeah, let's just do that like that then. And then some, he'll just play off I'll jump out the chair. Oh, that's hard. Yeah. Then I'll put a fire verse on there. I'm finna put him on there. And he like, yeah, we're gonna put Absol on here too. Yeah, we gonna do that. Hell yeah, we gonna do that, nigga. You feel me? And it's come out bangers.
Yo, we were before you walked in here, I was playing the album. And I love the back and forth between you and J-Rock on Black Dynamite. First and foremost, man. Look, I'm gonna just put
J Rock still one of the hardest in LA.
I would love, and I know there's I would love to hear an EP with you and Rock.
Oh, that'd be hard. But that'd be hard. It'd be difficult and hard.
It'd be hard on 2 different levels.
Yeah, hard on 2 different levels.
But that's not the first time you guys worked together, right?
Nah,
you guys have plenty of shit.
I've been working with J Rock since like 07, 08.
But that definitely was a standout. And we were talking about the Hunger Games, man.
Yeah. Voodoo Rangers. You feel me?
Bro.
Voodoo Rangers.
Talk about Voodoo Rangers, dog.
Man, we was in TDE studio. Me, Bell, Triz, and TF. And we always do music together. They on all the Scandalous levels. You know what I'm saying? It's like basically a rap group, but it's like not a rap group. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it. And shout out to my nigga Triz. We was bagging on Triz, you know what I'm saying? And he had a Voodoo Ranger drink or some shit like, we all said at the same time, nigga, we the Voodoo Rangers, nigga. That's us. And everybody at the same time like, yeah, that's us. Ooh, that's hard. We knocked out like 8 songs and TD shit like 2 nights in a row. So we got whole projects. And we still working. We got whole projects.
Black Hippie.
That
is it. Yeah,
that might need to be Scandalous Levels 5 and just call SL5 Voodoo Rangers. It'll just be that easy.
Bro. I mean, just the back and forth between you guys. And we were talking about who did you record your verse first or last? Because I
recorded last.
The way you ended it was nigga, I ate it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit. I feel like that's one of my best verses
hard, bro.
in years. Like, we went titanium on that motherfucker.
You could hear it on, of course, that's the outro, but you could hear the confidence on that. You was like, hey, nigga, I just smoked that shit. And everybody in there agreeing, too, like, 2-11.
Hunger Games. Well, I got to shoot that. Yeah. I'm trying to shoot that this week when the niggas come back from New York.
Speaking of visuals, when you have a project like Profit and Loss, do you map out to say, okay, I want to have visuals for every single thing, or is it just kind of
I want to have visuals for every single thing, but it don't never work like that. Like, shit, 9 videos, shit, I'm playing for this out my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I had a label, 9 videos, let's go. But it's like, I gotta
need all that.
But man, I got it right. I'm not really even doing no videos no more. I'm doing all reels.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, like I shoot one video.
I was gonna say you don't even need that, bro.
The rest in just reels. Like even with Hunger Games, I just want to shoot one shot of everything. Boom. When he done, I kick in, he kick in, then he kick in, then I end it, and then we end it just like this, and then we can chop them reels up and post them, put them on YouTube Shorts. And get the money.
I was just about to say, like the industry has changed so much for the greater, and there's good and bad, and I think that's one good thing. You don't need the big budgets. You don't need the visuals.
Pay your cameraman to follow you around and shoot reels and shoot little shit and say funny shit. Tell a nigga keep the camera on when you think we don't want the camera on. Keep the camera on. You know what I'm saying? We edit out the politics and whatever we ain't supposed to be talking about on camera. We edit that shit out later, but it be the little shits.
Yeah, even just performance shots. Like you here rapping a verse to whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever you're at.
Damn, I need to do a reel while we right here, me and you.
We're gonna make that happen.
Come on.
We're gonna make that happen for sure.
We need to do a reel on the little joint right here too.
That's it. Matter of fact, we're gonna kick off performance. I don't know what we're gonna call this shit, but we're gonna kick off performance piece here on Homegrown.
I'm gonna let you pick a verse. Man, right, pick a verse off of there, and we're gonna shoot the reel.
We're gonna make it happen. Real quick before we slide up out of here, man, I want you to help somebody, whether it be artists, whether it be entrepreneurs, business people. I want you to help. And I feel like you've been kind of like alluding to things throughout the interview, but help people level up, okay?
Yeah.
And when I say that, the artists nowadays, what is an upcoming artist as of right now, what do they need to do to level up in their circumstance, in their situation right now? What would be the advice that you give to somebody that's coming up, that's starting music today, to level up their career and take it to the next level?
Content. That's content and putting your music out. I tell somebody, I said it before, 250,000 artists come out every Friday. What you gonna set yourself? What's gonna set you? What make you special? Who told you special? Yeah. Or what's gonna make you special? You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep dropping.
Yeah.
And you gotta do some slick, clever shit that ain't nobody else doing. Or find out what's going on real quick, like whatever just hit, like how we talking about these reels.
Right.
Jump on them fast.
Yeah.
Cause I'm watching people that's killing with the reels. What's the new group, the Coyotes? You up on them?
Yeah, hell yeah, the Yotes.
Them niggas reels is
fire.
Elite,
out of this world.
Yep. And then I seen how they do it. They'll shoot the video and then drop reels.
Yep.
It's like one video, you got 10 reels, and then you got a reel for us. Oh yeah, they cold.
Yeah,
they cold. And damn, what is that? Contra.
Coast Contra,
them niggas is.
Yeah, Coast Contra is ridiculous, bro.
They ridiculous, but with their content, it's like it just keep making you watch and watch and keep watching and watching. So it's not necessarily music videos and projects. I tell an artist, don't even worry about no project. Just keep dropping singles, song.
Yeah.
And like, because why would you give out, if don't nobody know you, why you dropping 10, 15 songs?
Yeah.
Drop one song, put some ads behind it. Shoot a video for it. Drop another one.
Yeah.
Shoot a reel. Drop another one. Shoot a reel. You do that shit every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. By summer, you be a nigga. Shout out to the homie Drebo.
Yeah, Drebo.
They got 365 songs.
Yeah.
That's how I know him. From 360. Like, nigga, you really just did 365 songs? Stop it.
Yeah.
One of them songs, he didn't got, I don't give a fuck if he got 10 fans out of each song.
Yeah.
He built the fan base. To get in the game for us to be talking about this nigga all night. You feel me?
Have it be the conversation piece. Even if that's the one thing that people know him as, that's the entry point.
Bro, that was my introduction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was back on Fig. They like, yeah, this is Mr. 365. We did threes, and I'm just bullshitting. I'm like, hold up.
What?
Nigga, you did 365, so I don't even think I got that in the last 10 years. You feel me? Like, how you do that? You know what I'm saying? And then I dug into what he was doing. I'm like, oh, yeah, he a nigga.
Yeah, I call him the cheat code, man.
Yeah.
When we're doing the Instagram lives, I'm going to bring that back to the live and directs. Like, I would, he would obviously send music or whatever, but I would just hear that he would definitely set himself apart from a lot of different people because, he rap, he sing, he, do all of the above.
Some hooks from him.
Say it again?
I need to get some hooks from him.
Cheat code, man. Salute to Drebo.
Yeah.
How does a business owner level up in what they're doing, whether it be, if they have a store or just, they're an entrepreneur? How do you level up as an entrepreneur?
Consistency. Can't be scared to spend your money. Take your risks and get your credit right. Because I come to find out when your credit right and your financials is right and your taxes is paid, a lot of niggas be like, yeah, I'm going to write that off. That's not the move, bro. Because you can't reap the benefits from, you got to bite the bullet.
Yeah.
Like, my taxes finna be like $32,000 this year. But best believe I'm finna get funded in one of these opportunities to get that back tenfold. I'm not tripping. Take this 32. I'm not gonna pay you all at once. Here go 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. But by the time I get to the third, fourth, 5, I'm gonna catch 150 somewhere, 200. Yeah, let me get that. All forgiven. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all that. It's out there too. Yeah. You just gotta go for it. So that's what I learned that part. Credit part. I never done taxes until I was in the streets. You feel me?
At what year? Just so we can have an idea. At what point did you know? Okay, it's important. Let me start diving into that and making that clearing that up, making it right. What
I knew it coming in the game, but I didn't know it was real.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? When I figured out it was real was when they you start getting them emails. Hey, you got business credit is a 98. Yeah. Do you want to? I'm like, damn, my shit low. Yeah. They like, nah, that's kind of decent. I'm like, oh, that's how business credit go, 85, 95, 98. You know what I'm saying? And I never got past a 98 though. But even with the credit, like, to have good business credit, you have to have a good personal credit because you're the beneficiary, right? So you got to clean that up. You know what I'm saying? All the way up. And then attach that to that and just start doing legitimate business. I started by putting my cell phone in my name. Put my cell phone in my business name. Then I get a Home Depot card. You know what I'm saying? Put that in my name. And just Uline, you know what I'm saying? Certain other little stuff to put in your business name. It'll build both credits up. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn as I go, but it's real easy, especially if you got some money. If you got a little bit of money, you could pay for all this to happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes.
Now, on the personal tip, all right, and this is we'll end it off right here, man. How does somebody personally level up? We talking to the individual that's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I mean? Got maybe mentally 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like just confidence wise, how do you personally level up in your life? What are some of the strategies and keys that you've done to kind of level up in your life personally? Man,
when you say leveling up, it's just like if you want to be a better man or a better person, like I got 5 whiteboards in my living room and one of them say goals. So it's like I'm writing my goals down on, on magic marker, on a Sharpie, on a whiteboard, and I'm crossing them out. You know what I'm saying? When that whole whiteboard, it's like this is who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't want to be nothing, you ain't got no goals, and you ain't trying to get to the next level, that's fine. That's you. You know what I'm saying? But if you trying to be somewhere, write that shit down and attack and cross that shit off the board. Same with the music. I'm writing projects, so I need to be at this. I need to have this shit shot. I need to have this shit done by this date. And you just try hard to execute. You know what I'm saying? So plan, execute.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Now, speaking of goals, this is really the last one. The year can't end without 211 doing what? What goals do you have on that you write on the whiteboard right now that you like, man, okay, the year can't end without me knocking this out?
My year can't end without the certain amount of money I need in my personal bank account. Okay. I got that on my whiteboard. The year can't end without me dropping 5 more projects. Okay. You know, trying to think what else on that whiteboard. I'm adding stuff on there though. So shit.
As you should.
It's like it's crazy. But right now, before the year's over, I need to be in Rio de Janeiro, Japan, and Australia before the year over.
Visiting or with the brand?
No, visiting.
Got you.
Visiting and just seeing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Experiencing that. So I got Rio set up for my birthday on August 30th. You know what I'm saying? I'll be gone for a week or two.
Damn.
We got Japan for Thanksgiving, and I'm trying to spend New Year's in Sydney.
Sheesh.
and Melbourne. You know, that shit like a couple $100 to top the plane. So New Year's in Australia, Thanksgiving in Japan, and birthday in Rio de Janeiro.
I love how you have everything mapped out. I love how intentional you are with it. I feel like, again, one of the reasons why it was important to kind of have this conversation is we've known each other for years, bro.
Hell
and
yeah.
We ain't had a chance to lock in, and it was just for whatever reason we just haven't made it happen throughout the years. But as I kind of started thinking about it, I'm like, dude, man, like there's so many people that, again, I'll speak personally for myself, that I feel like I take for granted because I see you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's out and about or just social media or whatever, you want to ours. So it's like, I'll see him. You know what I'm saying? But you know how life goes. You just never fucking know. And I think it's important that we highlight your story and talk about what you're doing, because experiencing you in real time is a fucking privilege, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when people listen to you and they hear your story and they see what you're doing, especially in the community, it's an inspiration for them as well. So the same way that we talk about other figures from Nipsey to whoever on, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're one of those people who will. And somebody's looking at you like, damn, I love what he's doing, and it's inspiring me to be, level up my life. So I appreciate you pulling up and having this conversation,
appreciate you for having me, bro.
Of course, man.
You know how we is, though. It's all good, man.
Absolutely.
We probably in a function later on this weekend or something.
Hey, so how can folks contact you from you to Level Up Store and everything in between, all the businesses that you got?
Shit, man, pull up. 1409 Sentinel Avenue, Inglewood, California. Man, we there from 10 to 5, 10 to 6, every day.
There we go.
I might be there, I might not be there, but, tap in on my gram, 2Eleven at the number 2, ELEVEN, and you know what I'm saying? We outside, man. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you pulling up, man. Chuck Dizzle, 2Eleven.
Yeah.
Keeping it homegrown. We live and direct. Catch y'all next time.